Hi, everyone. Welcome to COPI Cafe. You've got Rob Gregg and Josh Jones here. We're excited to be doing episode number 23. Wow, it's crazy how many. I don't know. That's really weird. Feels like we've done quite a few already. So, anyway, we're glad you're here. And we've got some fun stuff to talk about with you today. And we've got a special guest as well that you
Ooh.
have not yet met. So, excited to have her up. I believe maybe the first female on COPI Cafe. Is that
Oh,
accurate or no?
yeah. So it's not Elon Musk.
Oh, no. Sorry. He declined on
Really?
Twitter. It was really weird. Yeah. On
I, I
Twitter, he
thought
declined.
I thought he bought Cornucopias and then changed his mind.
All
We
right.
never sell. Never
We
sell.
just,
Never
no,
sell. Diamond hand.
zero desire to do that. We got to carry out a vision. So, uh, yeah, exciting stuff here. I've got a stake pool announcement. Wait, hold on. I almost did it again. Almost did it again.
Deja vu.
You know what it was? Your shirt got me distracted. I
Really?
mean, it's that shirt is alive. It's got me punch drunk. I don't know what it is. Like that shirt is, it's vivid. I'm
Yeah.
feeling it.
Well,
You
I
wore it.
didn't know
You
what.
know what? I know when you wore that. You wore that in Manchester.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When I don't know what to wear, I just put everything on.
every color.
Yeah.
I love
This
it.
is
Hey,
this is what happens when you mend the shirt in the dark.
and here we go. I'm a little boring. I'm going with ba,
Ooh,
ba, ba.
that looks like a leak.
Oh, hey.
We've not
Coming
seen that.
soon. I think I've worn
Seen
this
that.
before. I don't know if I showed the logo though. But yeah, it is a little bit of a leak. I don't know when we'll make these available, but I think it's pretty awesome looking. There's another a white on black one that's pretty cool too that
Oh,
Jeff had put together. So yeah, we'll need to show those soon. Okay, here we go. Drinking. What is your beverage of choice today, Rob?
oh. So today I'm drinking a moonshot energy drink.
Okay. Have you had that before on the show?
No.
A moonshot energy drink. It's interesting because I believe there's something more you might want to tell us about the drink that you're drinking.
Well, it can only be found in the Cornucopias Metaverse.
Hmm.
I'll tell you that much.
Okay. Yeah. I think you should tell us more. I don't know. Or is it a potential leak for the future?
It is definitely a future leak. Wow, that's put me into it.
So, just so you know, we're not going into the beverage business, ladies
Maybe
and
Mark
gentlemen.
will come on and explain what it is.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Maybe there will be some at cNFTcon
Yeah.
or Rare Bloom.
Let's see
I
what
don't
it
know.
tastes like.
Okay, it looks like what I'm drinking.
It tastes like 7 Up.
You know what? If I just had some bubbles, we would be in the same kind of general direction with beverage.
Bubbles.
Yeah. I don't know if this drink is going to be offensive to anyone or not, but I'm just going to go ahead and share it now. Um,
Is
it's
that what?
good old fashioned water.
Oh, I've got some of that as well.
You just one upping me with drinks here. You've got like three beverages going on.
Yeah.
What would
Yeah.
happen if we? Nice,
It,
nice.
so I
So
know how
yeah,
much.
yeah. To be certain that you're hydrated.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm up to
My
7
personal
p.m.
trainer told me to get one of those to ensure that I am actually drinking the proper amount of water daily, and
Oh,
I'm not very good with it
I'm
at all.
topping it up with a moonshot.
All right, here we go. We're gonna get into business here because we know
Mm.
you guys get tired of us bantering about. Um, we have fun with it though, so hopefully you don't uh, get too impatient with us. 50,457,387 ADA staked in our stake pool. Uh, it's holding strong. We're looking good
Amazing.
here. Yeah, yeah. So
I'm
thanks for your support. And again, go to Drip Drops with your same wallet that you have staked connected, and you can pull out your rewards from the Drip Drops website. So yeah, very easy to do. If you have any questions on that, go to our Discord. Yeah, thank you everyone for your
we
support. It's pretty
we
awesome.
have. I think. Did Jeff say in this week's this week's team meeting. We have over 40 blocks about to be minted.
Something insane. Yeah,
Wow.
a huge number of blocks. We're producing blocks
Out
with
of the
great
book.
luck and regularity. Yeah, there's an element of stake amount and luck amount, and that is what equates to the average APR that you see in some of the platforms that tell you kind of what how this pool is performing, and we're performing quite well. Again, with our pool right now, as of right now, and until this program ends, you're receiving ADA. It's not an ISPO, so you'll receive your typical ADA rewards, and you'll get COPI rewards. So yeah, the way you collect your COPI rewards is to go to Drip Drops and pull those out. Next up, we have brought on a team, some really solid developers to help us to build out a dashboard. One of the issues that we found through this little stake pool experiment and through our NFT staking, all the things that we're doing, we're realizing, man, it would be so great if we had a great dashboard portfolio for
Mhm.
everybody to see how they're doing with all these different rewards, what's happening with their portfolio of NFTs, how's their NFT staking doing, all of these things. And so we're looking into building that out. We've brought on the people to do it. We're talking through some high level things about how we want to, do the single sign on and various aspects of the tech. But that is in motion, and along with that is something I've talked about and been working on with Matt quite a bit, which is the gamification of our education around Cornucopias, and how do we create a
Yeah.
community that really knows what's going on with Cornucopias and security overall in the crypto space, and just broad topics, but also focused topics within Cornucopias, so that when new people come into our community, it's like they're able to get great information, and we're empowered to really grow and cultivate that positive community that we love, that so many love about what we're doing. So it's very exciting. This same team will work on that. They'll build out badges, and different badges that you can earn, and that will eventually relate to who gets to participate in this next NFT sale. It might be a tier, a role, or something like that, where if you have these badges, you get, first dibs or whatever. We'll figure out the criteria as we go. Nothing set in stone just yet, but yeah, that's
That's a game. That's a
yeah,
game changer.
yeah, it's exciting. It's gonna
I'd
be
like
fun.
I'd like to see how many bots end up taking those courses because it's going to be very difficult.
That's a great point. Yeah, yeah, that would be very difficult. No, you're gonna have to know the answers
Mhm.
and answer them. Yeah, so that'll be fun. I think it's gonna be, I don't know. It's something innovative that we're bringing. It's got
Fun
it's the
factor.
Cornucopias brand. It's gamified. It's fun. It makes learning about Cornucopias fun. It gives you real, tangible results as well. So yeah, very exciting. Uh, ETA on that, I can't give it yet, but we'll maybe in a couple weeks after we've run through all the preliminary um, work with the devs and we really get a handle on exactly how we're doing this. We'll get
Yep.
a good timeline on it. So uh, okay,
Um,
so
um, and on the back of our COPI Cafe last week when we showed the bread process,
mhm.
we've taken on a junior analyst to help us with that work as well. He starts on Monday.
Oh, that's right. That's
Mhm.
right. Good work. Yeah. Yeah. That'll be a fun uh, project as well. That's one of the things that I really love about what we're bringing into this game is, that element of creating this in-game economy with
Yeah,
raw materials going through to a finished product, and the tools in between, and the processing, and what has to happen to it, and what's the final number of products that you can make from these three assets and things like that. It's going to be
it's
exciting.
yeah. I mean, there's so much work in that area. We need a lot of brains for that.
Yes. Yes. More than just what's existing on our team, I would guess. Currently, not to minimize the brain power on our team, it's pretty solid. But um, yeah,
Yep,
we keep
especially after a moonshot.
How's that moonshot tasting, man?
It does taste a lot like fizzy lemonade.
Do you feel any lighter?
Um,
Does it have an anti-gravity effect? Is
it just says take one giant leap.
Oh,
So it says an energy drink.
it's an energy drink that allows you to take a
Yeah,
giant leap.
I think
That's
it
good. I
gives.
think it does have some anti-gravity effects.
Yeah, it'll definitely give. What's the word? It'll definitely give me wind
Hmm.
in my
Give you
sails.
wind in your sails. All right, we'll see what that does in game one of these
Mm,
days, maybe. Okay, website redesign. That's exciting. Okay, we are very aware of the fact that many of you know, we started just over a year ago with a website. When that was kind of our public reveal, as here we are, a website and some social media, and this is what we're doing. Well, we haven't really changed the website a ton since then. I mean, there's been a few changes and blogs added and things like that, but for the most part, you know, um, our team didn't have a whole lot to work with in the very beginning because we were just starting. And
Yep.
now we've got all of these assets that we've been building up in Unreal Engine 5. And I guess we got a ton in Unreal Engine 4 that we've just got to, we don't get to use. They get to be archived. But all of those need to, our progress and who we are and what we're about and what we've done needs to be fully revealed and shown through the website. And so it's exciting to know that our team is working on that.
Mhm.
Matt, Mark, Jeff, some of those guys all playing a role there in how that's going to end up getting fleshed out. Early stages, but something exciting to look forward to. Any
Yeah.
thoughts on that, Rob?
Well, it'll look less like a, a standard website and a bit more like a gaming website. That's what we're a game. We really need to look more like a game than a.
Yes. And now that we have gaming content and things like that, that's going to be a lot easier to pull
Mhm.
off. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Speaking of the game, we got cNFTcon and Rare Bloom coming up. Very exciting. Uh,
Yep.
Excited about both of those. And one of the things that we're hoping to do at cNFTcon, are we announcing that? Are we okay to
Uh,
mention that?
no, well, we can announce it's on the 8th and 9th of October in Las Vegas in the Las Vegas Convention Center. What's the location?
It is. Ooh, we emailed that out to our team. I think it's the Las Vegas Convention Center, and
Okay,
then yeah, but
I'm definitely not just gonna Google it.
CNFTcon. If you need to look it up, go to the CNFTcon website for details. But yeah, that's going to be a fun event. And okay, so we'll move along from what we're going to reveal at CNFTcon to some of what we've worked on in the game this past week. One of which
Yep,
being the racing vehicle upgrade. So it's or not the vehicle, but the racing game.
that's interesting.
Tell us about that, Rob.
Yeah, so we revealed the Javelin racing game at Consensus back in June. We have now ported that UE4 game and all the assets into UE5. Um, the artwork has had a little bit of upgrading, a bit more polishing, and we're adding a few extra features for it, just for no particular reason. We just thought we might want a game ready.
Well done. Well done. Okay. I think it's going to be pretty exciting. And you guys will be able to see some of that very soon. So, CNFTCon and Rare Bloom, we're prepping for those events. A
Yep.
lot happening there. We're going to have a cool booth at CNFTCon and Rare Bloom. It's just too hard to do a booth 2 weeks in a row, two different, So we decided we're going to attend Rare Bloom and have a lot of fun, shake a lot of hands, support what they're doing in the way that we can, but we just can't do a booth. So, but we will be at both, and it's going to be fun. I guess at this point, we might want to just go ahead and bring up our special guest.
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. So we have, uh, well, let's see. There we go. I couldn't quite see. We have a very special guest with us today. She's on our team. Hey,
Hello.
Hi.
Hello
welcome.
there.
Welcome, Natalia. How you doing today?
Hello. I'm doing amazingly well. Yeah, feeling very refreshed and ready for more work.
All right,
Cool.
that's good to hear.
Feeling
That's good to
refreshed.
hear.
What are you drinking?
Oh, I'm drinking some Bellevue Bold.
Ooh,
What does that mean?
I have no
Bellevue
idea.
It's
Bold?
just it's like a sparkling water
Oh,
with
okay.
pineapple strawberry flavoring.
Ah, all
Interesting.
right.
Sounds a lot like a Waterloo.
It it does sound a bit like a Waterloo. Have you had Waterloo, Natalia?
No, I have not.
Okay. Okay. Sounds similar. Does that have sugar in it, or is that just slightly flavored water with like zero
No,
calories kind of thing?
no sugar at all.
Okay, yeah, it's very similar to a Waterloo then. All right, good choice. Good choice.
Excellent. So what do you do for us, and when did you start, Natalia?
Oh, okay. I am a 3D generalist artist, a 3D artist in terms of the fact that I help create the outfits for the characters, and I also occasionally help with animation here and there. But my main priority is in doing the general character art, where I do concepting for the outfits, and then I implement them into the 3D space.
Wow. So
Very
so
cool.
people would have seen your work leaked in Discord. Um, insert some images here, Mark, to show us your work. So you did the was it the kawaii?
Kawaii, the
Kawaii.
kawaii outfit.
Yeah.
I had done the concept art for the kawaii art. Even though I'm not like specifically a 2D artist, the thing is that I like to be able to implement multiple skills in order to
Yeah.
create the final product.
So
But yeah,
how does that come about then? Does David tell you what to draw and build, or do you concept together? How does that whole process work?
he gives me a little bit of some guidance in terms of, oh, you can do an outfit of this type. For
Right.
example, there was a set of dancing outfits that needed to be made for the one of the videos where you have dancing as a feature,
Yeah.
um, and I need to be able to create pop dancing outfits, and then I was able to then do some like cloth simulation afterwards onto a 3D character, and then do some stitching onto the character.
Wow.
And thankfully, because of the stitching and cloth simulation, there's some small UV mapping that I have to do. um, yeah, and it's really really fun to make the outfits. There's some guidance, but then at the same time there's some creativity that I'm able to implement on my own terms.
Yeah.
So that's always fun. David is a really really great art director. He helps direct me through my flow of creativity.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. So he allows you the ability to create, but also just gives the guidance and the direction of what he's needing and what we're needing to support the overall look and feel and what's happening within the game. Is that
Correct.
yeah.
So what's been your biggest challenge to date then?
The biggest challenge is getting the right cloth simulation to have the final shape of the clothing, because sometimes the simulation it's not perfect. So especially around the armpits, it's definitely the pits. um, you have some stretching and then some bundling and bunching up of like the cloth, like for example, like with my own shirt right now, it's bunching up. But
Right.
when you have the character in a T pose, you want to make sure that there's some evenness going on, so that when they're stretching out their arms, they have there isn't UV stretching. The textures aren't going to distort. So
Wow. So
that's
it's
probably a big challenge.
lots involved that we have no no knowledge of.
Right. So you're designing a clothing that has to sit on top of the skeletal form that what Jim has put together, or the bone structure and skeletal form that Jim's put together, and so that has to move appropriately with that, and it creates some complications when you're testing it. Is that kind of
Yes, that's correct, because the the cloth has to be able to maneuver around the skeleton in
hmm
such a way where there isn't a ton of distortion, but also you have just enough distortion that it's believable. Some stretching is fine, but too much of it, and you get into the realm of like uncanniness.
So
yeah?
so do you have to take the character and then start moving it as a like an animator would, or do you start running animations and watch it back? How do you know if it's stretching or not?
Sometimes what I do is I'll have the character in a more extreme T pose where they have their arms straight across. Yeah, instead of the regular A pose, there's something called an A pose versus a T pose, and the character is
Oh, the A pose is
the
hands down into.
yeah, there's more like hands down, but it's still spread, but it's a little bit more uh like hands down. It's in the shape of an A, or
Right.
as close to one. Um, but in order for me to get better clothing results, I kind of maneuvered the mesh to with the skeleton to have a more extreme A pose, and then an extreme A pose that turns into a T pose, and then I simulate the cloth on top and have it stitched as best as I possibly can,
Yeah.
because the cloth not only has to interact with the skin and deform uh, with the movements, but it also has to stitch on itself appropriately. Sometimes you'll have triangles that aren't there. We prefer quads instead of triangles. So yeah, that's the process that goes through that.
That's probably where I'm going wrong because I think Josh works on his quads and I work on my triangles. So the A pose, I think,
What
is
does it
used
look like
mainly.
working on your triangles, Rob? I'm
Oh, you know,
sorry.
it's,
Okay, gotcha,
it's a
gotcha.
lot of. I do a lot of YMCA. It's
Okay, a little
a
dance
dance
move.
move.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
good.
practicing. So I think the A pose is used quite a lot in Unity, isn't it? And T pose is more Unreal Engine. Is that right?
It depends. Actually, the A pose is in Unreal now.
Oh,
And yeah, the A
in five,
pose
right?
it's more of something that you see in AAA video games. We have an A pose character. The reason is so that the deformation around the armpit,
Yeah.
it's not too extreme.
Oh, so Unreal 5 now they've changed them from T to A's. Interesting.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Well, hey, so what are you most excited about that you're working on or that you have coming up soon? What do you? Yeah, tell us what you love about the job.
Oh, I love being able to implement my own set of creativity and be able to collaborate with other artists. Whenever I have questions, I'm able to open up to Jim and David, and they're able to guide me. David is thebomb.com. Uh,
He is. Yeah, we have a
uh,
great team.
yeah, it's a really, really good team. Everyone seems cohesive and everyone is very open to critiques and criticisms. I think that's also another thing that's really, really good is I get some really good critiques in terms of like, oh, hey, the UV islands that you have set up aren't quite there yet. Could you do them a little bit like this? And I'm able to follow through as best I can, and it's always a great time. I also love the fact that I can work from home
Mhm.
with the comforts of home, with my cat on the side as my animation and 3D modeling secretary.
Yeah, that's great. Gotta have the cat. Gotta have the animals with you. My dog is not allowed in here during COPI Cafe because when I start talking, he
Yeah.
gets antsy and starts squeezing his squeaky toys. However, glad that you have a cat that could keep you company. Any final words for us? Or wait, did you? What all have people seen that you've done just so they can go check out and connect your face and this interview with some of your work? Which outfits would they have seen in our community so far that you might have
Uh,
done?
they will have seen the armor, the bunker armor set.
Which was amazing. Great
Yeah.
work. Okay.
And then they will have seen the dance outfits in the dance portion of that video.
There was lots
Um,
in there, though, wasn't there? How many outfits did you do for that?
oh, there were plenty. Oh, I'm trying to remember. There were because the thing is, I make them swappable.
Right.
Um,
Mix and match the clothing.
yeah, so that like you could have a tank top with a skirt or with some pants. Um, yeah, just swappable. But limited swappability because of the shape keys around the waist. It can be a little tricky.
Right.
And then they will have seen some of the outfits from one of our videos where we had done a major uh, like visual overhaul where there were a ton of characters that you could see walking and kayaking at some
Oh
point.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
With Abigail fishing.
Yep.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so there were some outfits there as well that I helped implement.
All right. That's great.
You've been with us for a while, haven't you? When did you start? It feels like was it last year?
Actually, January.
Beginning of this year.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
beginning of this year. Yeah,
Yeah,
around
well
January.
you've done a great job. We love having you as part of the team. And yeah, thankful that you're with us. So yeah, it's good to be able to finally introduce you to our community and let them kind of connect your face and who you are with
Yeah.
some of the assets and clothing and design that's in our game. So great artwork.
Can you create a shirt like this?
Oh, no. If so, we're selling it as a very limited NFT.
Very limited. Yeah,
Very limited.
only one person will buy it.
Maybe, but
That's
I
good
can't
stuff.
make promises. Ask David and Jim.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, true. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Natalia.
Yep. Thanks very much.
Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
All right. Okay, so Rob, a couple questions. It's always great to have some of our team up and get
Yeah.
people. We still have a long way to go with team, but it's good to have Natalia up.
Yeah.
So what else? Who else can we or questions from the community?
Yeah, I asked Discord this morning for some questions, so I've
Great.
picked out a few for you. A lot were talking about the collectors club,
Yeah.
the NFTs, and if they'll have utility in the game.
Yeah, it's a great question. Well, the first and obvious answer to that, utility wise, or at least based upon previous announcement, is that it's a 3D model. So, one aspect of what we're building, it's not just a JPEG NFT that they'll hold in their wallet. It also will have a 3D model that is in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So if you hold this NFT, you get to place this 3D model within the game wherever you want in your personal bubble or possibly even actually we need to check with David on that, but definitely in your personal bubble or custom dome possibly in the theme zone lands. Not certain about that. Just a possible performance issue that we need to keep under wraps there. But yeah, that's a definite utility. And then on top of that, there will be clubs uh, for each community. So if it's something that we're doing with Jet Chickens, for example, we'll have a channel in Discord that'll have special access there, and then possibly even whitelisting type thing or priority listing type thing for future related sales in that category, for example. But we haven't fully worked through the utility yet, so we want to give it as much utility as we can.
Yeah, it's definitely coming.
But I love that there's interest there, because this is our way of, we want to reach out and we want to be, adding value to other NFT projects that have an interest in participating. Some might just be like, get out of here. That's fine. Cool. But for those that do want to come be involved in what we're doing, that's awesome. It's our way of working with you, and then they get to benefit from that as well.
We have had in our white paper from day one, we said, we're making our game as compatible with other Cardano projects, and to be fair, other chain projects in the future.
Yep.
We are going to be as interoperable and as cross-chain as possible.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Next question: when is vehicle staking projected to occur? Because you half answered the question last week, but you didn't finish it.
Oh, I did? Did I go on a rabbit trail or something?
You said I'll tell you about NFT staking for land and vehicles, and then you never mentioned vehicles once.
Not intentional. So number one, we're thinking about vehicle staking for different types of rewards. So that would be more for something like fuel potentially, or whatever. And so we haven't fully determined what that's going to be like or how that's going to play out. But what we do know is that this current NFT staking program, what we've promised currently is that we're going to go from our theme zone land staking, which is somewhat of a test, is a short test of 3 months, to adding in custom dome and theme zone staking, and potentially even with that, vehicles and other things. But what we want to do prior to that next period, if possible time wise, is we want to engage the community with some governance and the ability to vote on these rewards and fee structures, and allow you guys some voice in how we do that. So that's the goal, and there's a lot of challenges that come with that. So that means, number one, we've got to have the governance tech to pull that off. We've got to determine what the criteria are to set that up, and but ideally, we'll get that soon.
Governance will be part of the COPI token, won't it?
Yes, correct. That is directly connected to the COPI token, and then that giving you the ability to vote on what we're doing. So,
and that voting right will be wherever you own that COPI token. So if you hold it on Cardano or on Binance chain,
that's correct.
You'll have the same rights to vote.
Yes, that is the ideal. Yes, correct.
So this is the challenge we're working on, which is great. I suppose one more question, as I know we're running out of time. How much do we think advertising credits might cost for the custom domes? Ballpark figure, and will advertising credits be tradable? I have 2 questions.
Yeah. Okay. Great questions. Not an easy answer. I think it's really early to say that. The reality is the advertising cost has to be, it has to have a reward that is proven by data for whoever's paying the money for the advertisement. So ideally what we would do is get a traffic count, and we know how many users are on Cornucopias overall, and then we know how many users are in this particular area, and then we know how many people are seeing this particular sign every day because they're driving by it on their bubble jet on the space highways or something to that effect. And so with that data, we can then craft a, what is this worth kind of thing. And then from there, we guess at what we think it's worth. and then we put that up there for people to sell or buy or utilize these ad credits from their custom dome purchases that are according to the rarity. We've mentioned that in the deck, but we have to do pricing sensitivity analysis. So for that, we would just say, okay, how many would buy at this price? How many would buy at this price? And you try to get to where the market is at and where it makes sense. And so that's a really tough one to answer right away. There's
Yeah.
got to be value for the advertiser, and we got to figure out how to make that work
So
just
science and data-based. I like it.
Yeah.
More analysis.
Yeah.
Let's get some more people on board.
Yeah. Quick. No. Yes. No. Okay. So, all right. I guess now it's time for some leaks, or a leak. And I guess we can go ahead and bring that up right now. Ooh.
I've not seen this.
I have not seen it either. Mysterious. Looks.
This is. I thought this was your desktop. It's not.
Negative. No. This is Solace. This is a part of Solace, I believe.
What is happening over there? Is somebody having like a midnight
like
sleepover?
Little campfire action going on in the back.
A few of them.
Yeah.
It looks like a water painting.
Yeah. Looks like a little bit of a nighttime. I know I saw a few images from David today in Discord. There was some fog going on.
Yeah.
So I believe he was working on some of the weather systems. And clearly this is a nighttime, and there's some campfire action going on in Solace. People are getting away for some rest from their daily work.
Night.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Very, very cool. It's exciting. I can't wait to reveal more of Solace at cNFTcon.
What will anything be lurking in the shadows?
You never know. I mean,
David's not really here to talk about this, but while I'm looking here at an image with trees, he gave us a demo this week, a little private demo for us on how we build this map, which I think we'll reveal in the future.
Probably in about 5 years.
Yeah, obviously, because we don't want anybody to copy our techniques, but it is amazing how he builds this.
Yes, it really is quite remarkable. So, that's an exciting leak. Very fun. Nighttime in Solace, campfires, shows a little bit of the ability to get away from your daily work routine and just enjoy some peace and quiet. Hear the crackle of the fire, I would imagine.
David doesn't attend the morning stand-ups because obviously he's in America and our stand-ups are in the UK. But we have some of his artists that attend that, and they're always talking about creating trees and the detail that they're going through, and it's really interesting to listen to them. And so now we get to see them, because looking at that, I mean, that tree on the left there, is it a tree or is it a shrub or there's definitely a difference in these trees. I think some of them are, or maybe all of them are procedurally generated, but it's very clever tech that goes behind it. It's not just a few trees in a fog. These are definitely not off-the-shelf assets. These are custom built, which is amazing.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into making sure that it's performant, it works. There's obviously thousands and thousands of trees in just one sector of Solace alone.
He did mention that. He said that's the problem, didn't he, with a lot of traditional games, is you think you're walking through a forest or a heavy, dense forest. It's actually quite difficult to put that many trees on the screen at one time because of the performance.
Yep. And so that's some of the challenges he is resolving to ensure that we don't have issues when 100 people are in the same server in this particular area, at one time. All right. Well, I think that's it. That's all we have for you guys today. Great episode. Great to see you in such a vividly colorful shirt. Obviously quite spirited today and fired up. So we're ready to get out there and get to see cNFTcon and meet some of these people. It's not too far away. Just 1
Yeah.
month.
I'll take this shirt. I'll take this shirt to Vegas. It feels like a Vegas shirt.
Oh, I got scared there. I thought you were about to say you were going to take this shirt off. I thought you were literally about to say, "I'll take." Just
sun's
family
out, guns
programming.
out.
Sun's out,
You
gun
never
good.
know.
Yeah. All right. Hey, everybody, have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye bye.